Hey, how's everybody doing? Man, this is a rainy Saturday here at our house. So, can everybody hear me? I just want to make sure that my mic's working right. You just never know. I'm hoping somebody can hear me. Oh, it's good to see the names popping in. Marilee, can y'all hear me? Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Okay, thank you. Thank you. He, thanks. So, my dog just ran in here. Sorry, this is kind of I threw it together all at once. So, we'll see how it goes, right? It's good to see you guys. I see you all coming in. I will get back with you later, I promise. Um, so today's just going to kind of be um, I don't know, an update, a redirection, a rethink, revise, rebrand kind of thing. This has been coming a while, and I will get into that. I'm still going to be covering Scientology, so there's that. Still gonna be covering a lot of the stuff that we already are, but we just have some different ideas coming into. So that's a little bit of that. But I'd like to first, and just for a minute anyway, a couple minutes, um, just wanna thank you guys for putting up with me and for to apologize for me having a bit of a meltdown a couple of days ago after the live that I did with Sammy. I during the last few minutes, I don't mean this to be an apologize, but kind of situation because I hate those. What I'm hoping for is to just give a little bit of context so that you don't think that I just like went off my rocker for some reason. So thank you, Mischief. I couldn't figure it out. What would I do without you? So anyway, um, yeah, we might make that permanent if we can. Anyway, so okay, so the final minutes of that video, I'm not gonna rehash the whole video. It is what it is, and everybody's talked about it extensively. But in the last few minutes of the video, I my phone was buzzing, my iPad was buzzing, everything was going off. I was getting all these like text messages, email, Facebook Messenger, everything was going off. And the ones that I was seeing come in at me on my email were saying things like, "Die, you bitch," C word, and "I hope your house burns down with you in it," and that kinda stuff. And so I was getting all in fact, there was 5 of those kind of messages. There was a lot more of other equally nasty, but not quite so death threat feeling. So, anyway, I was already upset over that. I went to speak to my chat. They were clearly upset over what had went on. It was just I felt like that it was coming at me from all sides, and I honestly fully intended to shut my channel down. I I know how to do it, but for some reason I couldn't find how to do it. I couldn't do it. I kept on and on and on and on and on. And I just thought, I'm going live. I'm just going to go live and I'm going to talk to my people because you all you've just always given me strength and you center me. And it turned into a crying mess because when I am overly stimulated, whether it be happy, sad, whatever, I tend to cry. It could be absolute joys or, tears of joy, but it can also be tears of anger, of scared, of, fear, of I don't know. You get it, all the emotions. And so that's what was going on, and I have left it up because I need the reminder of it, and I need for people to be able to comment on it, good and bad. And a lot of there's been a thank you, John. there's been a lot of bad comments, and so anyway, that's just how it is. But I have been thinking, and I've been thinking about this for a while, so this is not a thing about that video or the video with Sammy or anything is not what has led to this next little topic that we're gonna talk about, which is the whole rethink, revise, and rebrand situation. Hold on just a second. I apparently didn't get everything set how I wanted it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So as you can see, I now I thought it was there and then it disappeared. Have a new little brand in the corner. It says together we thrive, not just survive. Or it's supposed to. We hope we didn't misspell anything. So if I did, I'll change it. That will change the actual design of it will probably change, but I was trying to hurry and get this done so that I could have it for today. And I've taken down the SPTV logo. Now, hold your horses. I am still a supporter of SBTV, of the anti-Scientologists, of the foundation, um, whatever. I still support everybody and everything that I supported a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, you know, and that's not changing. What is changing is that I noticed, and I've been talking to my friends and my family and everything a lot about this. SPTV is suppressive person TV. So it was just kind of a thing that we all went by, that we were all it was kind of just an anti-Scientology deal. And so that's what that actually means. It's just suppressive person because, people that speak out against Scientology get declared suppressive. So that's what that was about. So, and I still absolutely support that. I still consider myself a suppressive person because even in LRH's words, you didn't have to be a former member to be suppressive. You just had to speak out against Scientology, and I do that, you know, I do that, a lot. Every time I get a chance, I'm gonna speak out against Scientology, and they are still my big focus. But as I was saying, I, noticed a trend and I liked it, okay? Um, I liked that we were becoming more about each other, becoming more about our community and not just, fighting Scientology and learning about the people that we are who are fighting Scientology. Does that make I don't know if I'm not wording it very good and I don't have any notes. I literally only put rethink, revise, rebrand. That's what I put on my notes today. So, yeah, I think, that even if you are not an anti-Scientologist, you're probably anti-human trafficking. You're probably, anti-child abuse, sexual abuse. Probably there goes my monetization, but I don't care. We're against all the same things that happen in Scientology and other cults. And so I noticed that we were going more and more and more towards that trend. We were trending more, towards a community of not only survivors, but thrivers. You know, the people that are thriving, even considering whatever kind of absolute crap that they've had to make it through, because we all have those absolutely horrible things in our lives. I mean, my childhood trauma or adult trauma, whatever, my life trauma is not the same as Marilee's or Heat My Shorts or Hold the Flippin' Phone or The Journey or any of you, right? It's not the Joels. We all have different traumas, but I've never met anybody that didn't have some kind of traumatic something in their past or in their present life. And so the people that I've had on here, I have really noticed a trend that yes, they have lived through horrible, horrible traumas like Carrie that I had on, and she's going to be on again with her friend. We're bringing her friend that she was talking about. the one that was talking about her abuse in the, Catholic school church, Catholic schools. And so, anyway, her and her friend are coming back on because she's gonna come on as kind of a yeah, a support for her friend because her friend doesn't know us and everything, but I'm hoping she will before long, that she'll, really get to know us and be here a lot. But anyway, I noticed, and it wasn't just with Carrie, but it just, like, it really hit home with Carrie, that I'm talking to people that not only have survived horrible things, but they're thriving, that they have, came back from it, or they are coming back from it. Maybe they're not, at the top of their game yet, but they are building. And, I thought about the stuff that, Reese put her former mods through, and yet I sit back and I watch them now, and I mean, yeah, they've still got some issues with it. I'm not saying that if you thrive that you don't still have issues. We do. Absolutely. But and they do. But I see that they are starting to thrive. They're coming back from it. A little at a time, but they're coming back from it. So, like, Hockeytown John and Keela and Jimena and, all the others, Hef, Alan, so many more. They're really, yeah, Jimena is an amazing person. Yeah, that we're not stuck in suffering. Absolutely. So that's kinda is that kinda making sense to y'all, that that's what I kinda wanna concentrate on? I do wanna do a lot of interviews with you all and with other people. I'm going around and I'm making a list, and I'm finding, people even in other communities and in my own life. And if you all know somebody, then, if they wanna talk, let me know, or if there's a subject that you want to talk about, let me know. Along with Scientology, along with, my goodness, look at some of the former Scientologists, how they're thriving. It is amazing. I mean, if you think about what they've been through, what they've, you know, had to endure since coming out of there and everything else, it is absolutely amazing. And so that's what I want to concentrate on. Now, that said, I think part of not only thriving, but just surviving sometimes means that you get to tell your story. And if that means that somebody comes on here and they tell a story about someone else or somebody that's done something to them, including Reese and Brett, I'm going to cover it. If anything else goes on with Reese and Brett, I'm going to cover it. But I didn't start this channel to have their name and my name, their names and my name associated together. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not ready to let them just get away with what they've done to people and what they're continuing to do to people. And so, yeah, I'm still gonna be a thorn in their side. But I also just don't want anybody to think that that's where my, like, goal for this channel is. My goal has not changed. My goal is community. My goal is friends. I don't know. My goal is just informing people. And if that means that I have to inform someone about people kind of in this community or on YouTube, I'm going to do it. But I'm also going to do other things. I've been talking to other creators that have completely different channels that, have nothing to do with this, and I'm going to have them on occasionally just to talk about their channel and what they're doing in their communities. Now, again, not all the time. Not all the time. But what's happened is, when I branded myself as an anti-Scientology or SPTV channel, I really, like, kind of pigeonholed myself a little. Like, I felt like anyway, that I had to only cover, you know, Scientology related stuff, and that if I veered off of those subjects, I felt like I was being like, insincere to my channel, and yet whenever I would veer off of those subjects was whenever I sometimes felt the most comfortable, and so I just I just wanna do me and you, right? I wanna do us. I wanna do our channel, what we want to see, what we want to hear, what we want to learn. I don't wanna be like, you know, "No, he didn't." No. I'm gonna answer this one real quick. Okay, so Casper threw you under the bus in the video yesterday in the first 4 minutes. He said he wanted you on because you know Brett and Reese better than him. It was a horrible thing to do. Why? Why was that horrible? I have known them longer. He doesn't know them. That's not throwing me under the bus. That's what he had me on there for. He had me on there because I know some of the people that have been hurt by them, a lot of the people that have been hurt by them, and I have known them longer. That doesn't that's not throwing me under the bus. I mean, I really don't think it is. I mean, if you think so, I'm sorry, but I don't take it that way. I think he absolutely I mean, he said hands off, right? It was on his thumbnail was like hands off. And I mean, he didn't I don't think so at all. I don't know. Sammy wouldn't do that. He's not that kind of person and if you took it that way, I'm sorry. That wasn't it. So, anyway, I it threw me off a little bit, sorry. Yeah. Journalism should not be censored. Do what you want, Susie. You have many followers. We support whatever content you are promoting. Well, I appreciate it. And the thing is that honestly, I don't think that it's going to change a whole lot. Now, I have been talking to one of my mods. Her name is Nova. My my brain went blank for a second. I was like, "Oh my god, what's her name?" I'm still on a lot of allergy medicine, y'all. But anyway, I've been talking to Nova Haven. She's got her channel, Solicitous. And anyway, go subscribe to her, please. She's wonderful. I love her. And we come at things a lot of times from completely different angles and yet we meet in the middle on things. And so there's going to be some upcoming shows that she does with me as a co-host situation, kind of like I was with Casper, and we're just gonna talk about things, and we're gonna talk to you all about things and let you all talk to us about things and just, whatever happens, happens. I have different things that I wanna talk to my other mods about to see about things that, we love our newbie mod. Yeah, she's amazing, John. She is absolutely amazing. I love her. She's so, like, ladylike and, I don't know. I've got a t-shirt that says, "Warning, I can be very unladylike." I need to get her one that says, "Warning, I am the definition of ladylike." So, and we should wear them at the same time, right? "Warning, not ladylike. Warning, very ladylike." So, but anyway, yeah, I wanna try some stuff like that. That's not gonna be an everyday thing. It's not even necessarily gonna be an every week thing. It's gonna be an every when it needs to be thing. We're also gonna cover a little bit of, like, true crime or, that whole kind of thing. Not a lot. I don't wanna get stuck on celebrity stuff. I'm not gonna cover Diddy. I just don't wanna cover that kinda stuff here. I mean, I just don't. But, there's a lot of crime that happens that is very interesting, and I think that we could have fun talking about it, all of us. And, just a lot of stuff. I mean, plus just the talking about other creators that come on. Like I want to have my friend on that was internally decapitated. Her story is freaking amazing. And she's up walking and, driving and I mean it. She's not surviving. She is thriving. I've got others. I found some that they can do makeup tutorials. Like maybe they can help Emma out, right? um Gosh, I don't know, just a lot. I've got ones that have an absolute obsession with bags, with handbags, and I'd like to talk to her about coming on. I had before. Yeah. I agree, Julia. Diddy is gross, and the more that comes out, the worse it gets. You know, it just I don't know. It I don't want that here. I don't wanna bring it here. And I am really, really, really hoping that very soon I never have to mention and I know I don't ever have to, but I feel like it would be a disservice to the victims that I absolutely have supported and more that I'm going to be supporting if I just stopped completely, at least keeping a very good eye on the Reese and Brett situation. But I don't want it to be a constant. I just don't. That's not what I want. It's not what I ever wanted. Yeah, no, I know you didn't mean to offend me, Carrie. They only literally they didn't actually tongue tied. They didn't actually I lost it now where to go. Yeah, here we go. They didn't actually share a cell. For some reason, that's hard to say. They were in the SHU together for a while, and then they weren't. Then they weren't together, but they only knew each other at all, like, at all, about 6 months or less. So they no, you didn't offend me at all, I promise. And he didn't offend me. So that's my deal was, I was just saying that no, he it didn't offend me at all. You or Sammy, I promise. So, anyway, yeah, I was just there and, we were as a team, but he was the one that had the video, not me. I was just there to interpret it as somebody that's been around a while. So, and as somebody that honestly, I cared very, very deeply for Reese, and I even took up for her whenever I said, and I still believe it, that the thing that makes me think that it wasn't like a joint, setup kinda deal, because I wouldn't trust Brett as far as I could throw him. I don't give him any grace at all, and I don't give Reese any, except I do believe that she was using her Scientology to talk to him very calmly, very rationally. I have had to I'm not a Scientologist, ever was, but I have had that same kind of not training like she's had, because my god, she had thousands of hours of it. But, I've had to handle things that same way, where you have to bring yourself down and just be very calm and talk just like this and not really show a whole lot of emotion and try to get your point across and try to ask what you need to ask. And I'm sure that it did sound funny. I was just saying that I think that she was acting on, training, basically, and if that kept her safe, good. I don't want her hurt. I don't want anybody hurt, unlike some of her fans who definitely want me hurt. So, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna check in with the chat for just a minute, and then we're gonna just see what else we wanna talk about. How's that sound? So, Heat My Shorts, it's always good to see you. Marilee, thank you so much for being here. Joel McCoy, so good to see you. I did get to watch part of your video with Marilyn the other day. I had an appointment, so I was not able to stick around for the whole thing, but what I saw was just lovely, and I'd love to have you on here too sometime. I don't wanna, piggyback off of Marilyn, but if you wanna come on and talk about it on here too, I'd love to have you here anytime you're ready. Absolutely anytime. We can talk about anything. I don't care what it is. Oh, Ben Bacon Bits, good to see you. Guess I'll be seeing you a little bit later too. That's going to be our second live tonight at I think 7 Central Time. So y'all be watching for that. There should be a, a thumbnail in on my page that tells about it. Set those notifications, whatever you have to do. Anna from Canada, good to see you too. Do you know that sometimes I sit and practice your name? I do, because there for a while, I kept saying Anada from Canada. So sometimes I always sitting there and I will find myself watching a movie or whatever, and I'll be saying, "Anna from Canada, Anna from Canada." I don't know why I cannot twist my brain around, and I think it's a great name. Do not change it, please. I love it, but if I just, like, rush, it's gonna come out Anida from Canada. So, anyway, but I do. My husband will even be like, "What are you saying?" I'll be like, "Oh, I'm practicing someone's name." And Eat My Shorts, yeah, if it ever comes out, Eat My Shorts, then sorry, because that's just what in my sick sense of humor, that's what I hear. But I do like your name too. I like a lot of your names, I really do. That's what she said. "Good afternoon, glad to see you." Absolutely. Thank you again, Mischief. I, like, video called her and I go, "How do I make my video or my live for subscribers only?" Because I'm just not up for the people that are trying to get me to die. I'm just not up for listening to them or, on live where I'm gonna react instantly, so, I mean, they'll be on the replay, I know, because that's where they come in. They don't like to come in on the live anyway, they're afraid they'll get spanked, but they sure like to come in on the replay and comment, and what's so funny is that, that's it, I'm unsubscribing, and it'll be people that are not subscribed. They're not subscribed. I keep a list. I keep an eye on my list. Or this one, boy, she was like ripping me a good one, on several different deals. And then I looked on her thing and she had literally only been like on YouTube for 2 hours. So either she had like got a fake name, which it was a fake name, but or whatever, but intentionally to come on there so I wouldn't know who she is. Whenever I'm sitting here, my name's on the screen. This is my face. I mean, I can't pull this off. This is me, you know. I wish I could. I'd start with my nose. I hate my nose. I've always hated my nose. But, these fake names, like, I don't mean like if you have like Heat My Shorts or Mischief Managed or that's what she said. I don't mean that. I don't mean that. I mean the ones that like it's, you know, LO798, and it's yeah. And that's what the emails were too. They were from, like, complete, like, bizarre accounts, but the police have them, and they can trace their information, and so they've got all that. So, anyway, the journey, good to see you. About to get in the car with the family. Thank you. I am sincere. I really try to be, Journey. I really try to be, and I'm gonna screw up. And honestly, that's part of why I left that last video up where I was crying and upset. I screwed up and I lost 2 mods over it. I wasn't talking about them, but I was upset and they were upset and still are. And I've lost 3 friends, 3 very good friends. So anyway, Chris 10M, good to see you. So good to see you. Linda Reese, good to see you too. Thank you. I've seen you showing support for me, and I really do appreciate it, you guys. I mean, I read every comment, good and bad. Every comment that if I know they're there. And like I don't respond to all of them. Some I do, but I don't to all of them. Some of them are like just a repeat of something they've said 100 times. So I don't I don't keep responding after a while. Mrs. Scorpion Rising, so good to see you. Yeah. John, it is awfully good to see you too. I'm so glad you stuck with me. I can't tell you what it means to me. I really can't. Evie, so good to see you. Constance June, so good to see you. It is I never in Aaron. Hi. Yeah. Glad to see you. He's like saying hi to everybody. Yeah. Thank you, Elizabeth. Yes, here we go. Don't let Reese's flying monkeys get to you. They are very disturbed people. Yeah, they are. I mean, I hate to say that. And that was another thing. I got chewed out for saying those people and my people and stuff like that. And let me be clear. Whenever I said my people, I don't think that you're my cult members. I meant the ones that I talk to, the ones that know me, the ones that watch, the ones that, you know, chat, the ones that lurk, you all, right? And those people are the ones that are sending the things that says, "Die, bitch, C word," or "I hope your house burns down with you in it," or worse, worse. That's those people. That's who I was talking about. And then it just felt like that I was being attacked from all sides or misunderstood from all sides, and so was Sammy, and I knew that he did not do it on purpose either. I mean, I didn't do anything. I just showed up. I just clicked, you know, join. But, I don't know. And I know, I mean, I got heat over the curling iron analogy, and I knew I would. But to me, it does fit. I mean, it might seem silly and simple, but curling irons burn down houses, literally, literally. And, so do pots left on the stove and all that. And I don't think of a curling iron left on as that you left it on and went in and watched TV. I meant like, you walked off and left it and you didn't know, like, you didn't even think about it, right? Because I was bald for almost 2 years, and I would literally think, "Did I have the curling iron on?" And I'm thinking, "What the hell do you think you were curling?" But it was so ingrained in me from years and years of using a curling iron. I very seldom ever use one anymore, as you can tell. This is like a mop today, but, oh well. But yeah, so that was my deal, if anybody wonders, with my people and those people. And Reese calls them her people, and she calls us those people. And it was more than one, but it was Reese followers that were calling me that, calling me out on it. And I'm like, do you even know what you're saying? Because again, it's fine for her, but not for anybody else. Rules for thee and not for me. Yeah. Yeah, I really I wanna do this channel and just I told my daughter earlier, I said, "I'm going rogue. I'm gonna do what fits for us, what fits our channel." And Scientology is a huge part of that. In fact, I've got some stuff coming up that's talking about Scientology, but, it's just not all I'm not gonna feel like I will sit there and drive myself completely crazy trying to figure out something to talk about that has to do with Scientology. To the point of not sleeping, like, literally not sleeping, and I'm just not gonna do that anymore. There's got to be other stuff that I can do. I missed somebody, I think. Oh, no, I didn't. Never mind. I'm sorry. I don't like to miss people, and when my chat is small enough that I can talk to everybody, I like to. Hold the flippin' phone, it's I love that one too. Good to see you. I love those purple hearts. Yeah. Yeah, Ben, you're right. First law of human behavior, everyone is suffering. And there's no contest. This is not the trauma Olympics. We don't have to we don't have to compare our trauma. We don't have to categorize it. We don't nothing. It's all trauma. And what I'm really looking forward to is diving into the trauma, but also emerging into the thriving part and seeing where these people are at today, even if they're just starting. And that can do with addictions. That can do with anything, and I'm up for it. Like, I'm not calling myself a healing channel or a sober channel. I have absolutely no, training in that kind of thing. But I might find someone that can come on and talk to us about those kind of things. Or if we just do stories on how you're dealing with those sorts of things. I just want it to be that we can, if I had 2 or 3 days a week, or 4 or 5 days a week, I don't care, of putting people on that are going through something in life and coming out the other side, I'd be happy. I really would. They don't call us the land of misfit toys for nothing. Oh, God, John, you are right. We are the land of misfit toys. I think I'm gonna get everybody a all my mods this year, they need to get, like, a Christmas ornament or something that's that, you can buy those Land of Misfit Toys Christmas ornaments, and I need to get all of y'all one of those just for being brave enough to be here with our mod group enough. Yes. So, yeah, Journey, absolutely, that we are not stuck in suffering. And Ben, you are right. Jimena is amazing, you guys. If you're not subscribed to her channel, go do it now. Go do it now. Absolutely. Yes, I love this too. This is Hockeytown John, by the way, in case you didn't know. Jimena is literally my best friend. We have talked through the fires of or we have walked, sorry, probably talked too, but we have walked through the fires of hell together, literally. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm not gonna forget that. I'm not gonna let a few people that are like, mind your own business, quit making it about you, get out of stories that don't involve you, you make every story about you, and I'm like, first of all, no, I don't. Second of all, if I do happen to connect on some level with somebody I'm interviewing, that just helps everybody because we're about connection. We are trying to connect as a community. I'm not doing a news, program. I did news for years. I'm not doing that anymore. This is about connection and friends and healing and happy and joy and family and all the things, okay? And occasionally you got to talk about hard subjects during that. But yeah, you know, I was like, I did answer back to that person and I said, "Do you really think that somebody," because she said, as a journalist, you should know that. And I do know that. I know that, but I also know that that was not what she was thinking it meant. That she was conflating two things to try to dig, but she was wrong. But I said, "Do you think that reporters only report on stories that involve them?" Because she was saying, "Stay out of things that don't involve you," but also saying, "Don't get into stuff." I don't it was weird. But anyway, it's all I leave it unless they get really nasty, I leave them. I did so that in interest of being transparent, y'all, I did block the, lady that was, one of Brett's victims. She's been all over YouTube to several here and several other channels for a while and was telling, that she is the victim, pointing out which one she was and how he did things to her and all that. But then she also was going on several people's channels the other night and attacking me and Sammy on there, but she was also doing it privately, and I couldn't handle it. I can't handle it. So while she was dogging us, she was also on Facebook threatening to unalive herself and saying that it was our fault if she did. At that point, I blocked her, and I don't regret it because I did it as much for her as for me. Um, that was also another thing that fed into the shitstorm that video was those kind of accusations. They weren't just coming from her, they were coming from a lot of people, but her, and when it's coming straight from her, it's even worse. But, that was definitely one of the accusations that it was gonna be on us and that, you know, I won't go into it, but anyway, it was mean and nasty and not true. But also, I can't handle it, and every time I see her name, which she can just get a different name and come right on here, and I won't know it's her until she tells who she is. But, Anyway, I it's not good for her. If if things are that triggering, it's not good for her. And what she was upset about, I will say this, what she was upset about the other night was that we were continuing to, share that video that she said was lying, that Brett was lying in, and so, you know, I was like, "Well, were you not the victim? Because that's what you've told all over YouTube, that that one is you." And I all I could come up with is that he was talking, and I don't know if he was talking about her. It was so confusing, y'all. It was so confusing, but he kept talking about somebody that's, like, 70 years old, and I couldn't figure out if that was her or not, and she was saying that she's, like was, like, 19 in 1986 or something, so that's definitely not 70 years old today. That's about my age. And so, but I didn't lie about that. If that's what I mean, I don't know if he was talking about her or not, but apparently she thought he was there too, so I don't know. So anyway, I just wanted y'all to know that's where she was coming from. That's what she was upset about. I mean, I think mostly, and it's just, but man, did it go off the rails fast. And that's a terrible, terrible thing to lay on someone. And like I said, Sammy with his addiction past, I mean, he's in a great place now and happy and not about to do any of that kind of stuff. But good God, if anything could make somebody stumble, it would be being held responsible for somebody unaliving themselves. And so that just can't happen. And stuff like that won't fly on here. So I don't expect it, but I'm just saying that's the kind of stuff that'll get you blocked, not just normal stuff. So anyway, thank you, Julia. Absolutely. Journalism shouldn't be censored. It should be true or to the absolute best of your knowledge. Absolutely. And, that's the thing is like, you know, whenever I was in the newspaper business and to make it worse, I was a weekly newspaper. And you could tell something and absolutely be telling the honest to God's truth. And then things could change. And so, 2 days after you, like, go to print or the day you go to print, the story might change. I mean, and the facts change, like, and so, yeah, but that doesn't mean I lied. And so, I think we just need to like, if everybody's gonna throw journalism up in my face, I can I can fight back. I don't like to, but I'm not just I know what I'm talking about, and, so does my lawyer. So, Joe McCoyne, I love Joel McCoyne. The whole thing is very unfortunate. It's not on purpose. Absolutely not. It was not on purpose. But I say this, overreacting is a human condition. We all do it. We are all human. Mistakes are made. Absolutely. And I absolutely overreacted. But so did a lot of people. I don't mean that I'm sorry, but no. I just mean that I did, but mine was on screen for everybody to see. And that's unfortunate. And so I really do hate it. I really, really, really do. Ina, good to see you. Some of these that I've already answered, I'm just kind of, aw, just kind of skipping over them. Thanks, Marilee. I feel for his victims too. I truly do. Yes, absolutely. Heat my shorts. Yes, Joel. Very well said. Absolutely. Yeah. See, everybody loves you, Joel. Aw, Heat My Shorts says, I love how easy you all are to talk with. Even little disagreements are respectful here. We try. We try. I mean, that's the deal is I just want it to be done on respect, and that's what my mods, are told. Our rule is don't be a pee-pee stick, or today it's don't be a wiener. Yeah, don't be a wiener. So, anyway, yeah. Oh, eat more pizza now. Eat more pizza now is gonna be on with us tomorrow. My nose is itching. Hold on. I don't wanna scrub it with my hands because. Well, first of all, it looks like you're picking your nose. I just, like, rub it, like, before the end of the night, my nose will just be nothing but red under here. It's ugh, what a mess, right? Yeah, Eat More Pizza Now is gonna be on tomorrow night, and I'm excited. We have had to reschedule him so many times, and I'm so sorry. We were set to go the other night. I was gonna go with him after the, uh, the tape release thing, and y'all know I was not in any kind of shape, so I was just like, "I can't do it. I can't do it." Plus, there was another time or 2, so he has been a good sport. Joe is right. I say this every day, kindness can save the world. We must all try to do this. I believe that, and I try, and I fail miserably sometimes. Eat More Pizza says, "I only watch you I find entertaining." Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm gonna take that as possibly I'm entertaining sometimes. Oh, yeah, maybe you can get a nap. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Eat More I was trying to say, like, what? Eat More Pizza says, "Thanks for your talk with Marilyn. It got me to think about it." Absolutely. Absolutely, I agree. It got me to think about it too, even more than I already do. It was a good what I watched, and I'll probably go back and watch the end of or the rest of it. I just like I said, I had somewhere I had to be, and I couldn't watch it all, and oh, thank you, Kathleen. That's sweet. I think I look like a hot mess today. My makeup is too dark on my eyes. I don't know. It's a mess, but, human. Ugh. You do eat my shorts? You sometimes say, "Eat my shorts?" That's bad. One time whenever saying that you need to practice on your own name, one time whenever I was going through chemo real bad, like, in the, midst of it, I, I was sitting there one day and I was thinking, "Is Susie really my name? It doesn't seem familiar." Like, I sat there and I mean, like, seriously, I thought about this. And, like, I woke up and it was dark and, I was laying there in bed. And, so once it got daylight and I wasn't gonna wake up Mark by trying to get my wallet out and I looked at my wallet, I looked in my license, and yeah, that's my picture and that's my name. But I'm not joking, for a good probably hour or 2, and even after that, I just was like, "It doesn't feel right." It didn't seem like my name. So, I get it. I guess I need to practice with my name too. One day how women that get married and they change their name? So, I've been married for over 20 years, and one day, recently, I signed my previous married name. Hadn't been that name for a long time, 25 years. Signed my previous married name. Sometimes I have actually signed my maiden name, but I think that's because my legal name is Susie Thurman Oberholtz, so I still sign the Thurman sometimes. So sometimes I'll be like, you know, I'm Susie Thurman or, whatever, and I'll be like, "Whoa, no, Susie Oberholtz." Hey, a girl, good to see you. Susie, you're an important voice in the community, and I appreciate the way you gave survivors and supporters a platform. I'm glad that people are being warned about predators. Me too. Me too. Absolutely. And I really do. I want to talk about survivors to all kinds of things because, like I said, I don't know of anybody that hasn't survived some kind of trauma, and that is sad. That is really sad. Even children. Hey, Patty, good to see you. Thanks for being a member. New to your channel, found you through our one and only knife order. You all are the best advocates around for doing the right thing. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to continue to do that. Um, I just was kind of just saying, basically, I think more than anything is that I've switched from trying to make myself into an SPTV channel when I don't really feel like that anymore into just being this channel, our channel, because I think of it as ours. I don't even think of it as mine. I think of it as ours because I want your input. Just like my mods, I feel like that they're more important than I am. Like, without them, I don't have a channel because I mean, if y'all knew the stuff that they do for me, they're great. And even if it's just like support, but like Mischief Managed, bless her heart, she's not here right now. She's got a horrible migraine. So there's that. Oh, before I get off on this again, I promised I would tell you guys. So I'll probably say this a couple of times, on a couple of lives just to keep everybody kind of updated. I was having or am having some medical issues, and my blood work came back bad, and they were afraid that I might have um, colorectal cancer, that they were afraid that my breast cancer had metastasized and went to my colon or my rectum or my liver. So I had 3 days of stool samples. I hope y'all are not eating TMI. But anyway, we're all adults here, right? So they came back with no evidence of blood, which does not rule anything out completely, but it is a big yay. It is a big thing because even if something happens and I do have some of that, then it is going to probably be a case of it is very soon, very early. And it might not be that at all. I do have Crohn's, so I always having trouble, and it could just be that acting up. And as far as for the anemia, um, I also found out that um, my aunt on my mother's side, my mother's sister, and I won't go into all of it, but her body does not make as much blood as she needs. And so she has to have some kind of, she's got some stuff she has to do. And I may have her on and talk about it sometime because that's very interesting to me. But and to a lot of people. But anyway, so she has to be treated for that. And she said, "I wonder if that's with you because I am constantly anemic, constantly. I'm just very anemic right now and probably will go in and have a blood transfusion soon. Um and some iron and I don't know what all. But yeah, we've not ruled out cancer, but we are certainly feeling better about it." So I just wanted to let y'all know. Uh, Here we go. Let's see here. Julia O'Connor, it's good to see you, by the way. I understand completely, Susie. I have had a lot of trolls on the back end. Some have sent death threats to Dusty. It is awful. Oh my God. See, what's wrong with these people? I mean, seriously. That's what I mean. That's not my people. And if I ever find out that it is my people doing that, you're gone, whether it's to me or somebody else. I don't need that. I don't need anybody that's associated with me or that I'm associating with to be doing that kind of thing. And so, absolutely, it's horrible, Julia. I mean, it just makes me sick. I know it happens, and yet whenever somebody actually says, "Hey, this happens," and Dusty's just a great person. So, cooking with the grandma. Hello, Susie. You keep doing you, and please keep giving us your parodies. They make me chuckle for real. Oh, y'all, I'm working on a couple more. I've got a couple of song ones that I'm doing, but I also have a couple of others. I have an actual character that will probably be a recurring character, and it's not Emma. It's a completely independent of all of that character, so she can speak on everything. Her name's going to be Petty Crocker. Like she's a petty Betty, y'all. She is a petty Betty. But I think it'll be funny to be able to just like be petty about some stuff, maybe even about me. So I don't know. I don't know. I think she'll be fun. She's going to look completely different than me. She's a redhead, very redhead. I don't know. She's, I'm having fun. But yeah, I am going to do some parodies. I don't want to like, turn it into a parody channel, but I will be doing some. They're fun to do, and I like the idea of doing them in one take with no edits because, whether I'm singing it or acting it out or whatever, In the last one, I even said, "Okay, that was a mistake, but, yeah, I'm not gonna edit this." And I just think it adds to it. It just reminds me more of, like I can't think of what it's called, but that TV show where they would just ad lib stuff, they would just, you know so yeah, yeah. Thanks, Constance. Oh, Jennifer, hello, and thank you for being a member. Oh my goodness. You'll have to come and talk to us, give me an email or something. Here, that's another thing I forgot to do. Y'all, I am not on it today. Where is that? Oh, here we go. My email address is across the screen. So if y'all wanna, you know, email me and tell me what's going on, even if you don't wanna be on the show, if you just wanna talk to me, I love to talk to you. I love to hear your stories, and you know, I just love it. I really do. Debbie, good to see you. I am feeling better. I'm just having an allergy attack. So, but yeah, we're doing better. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Oh, see what I mean? Allergies. Yeah, allergies. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Jennifer, we are sending healing vibes and prayers and whatever we've got, we're sending it for you. Yeah. So Carrie says, thanks for answering my question, Susie. I thought they had shared a sale, so that was my mistake. I'm a lurker, but I've been watching a long time. Well, it's good to see you. And no, there is no fault. I was just like, no, I wasn't offended. I didn't think he did. I didn't think that you were being like trolly or anything. If I came off that way, I don't mean to. Um, I was just like, "No, that wasn't it." I understand how easy it is sometimes to misunderstand things. And yeah, but they were just in the hole, which is, like when they're in trouble for a little bit of time, and they did talk a lot, but whenever they were out, they were in completely different groups or, I mean, Sammy was in a gang and stuff, and I don't think that Brett was. So which I don't know, who knows? He's told so many stories, and I don't know. But anyway, from what Sammy says, I don't think Brett was in any kind of gang, and Sammy was. So, yeah, they weren't really around each other much after that. I mean, they were in the same prison for about 6 months, and then, um, Brett got moved. I don't know if that's when he got stabbed or what, I don't know. I don't know what it was. Oh, my puppy's in here trying to sniffle my nose or her nose on my leg. I mean, come here. She's so sweet. She's huge now, y'all. My little mini Australian Shepherd. She's adorable. Her name's Mags, Magz. You know, her name is actually Magnolia Grace Thurman Oberholtz, but we call her Mags. So, okay. Yeah, let's see what else we've got. Keep my shorts. You're way too easy to get along with to be a cult leader from what I understand about cult leaders. I don't know. Am I? Or is that my game? I'm just kidding. I do have a hat around here somewhere that says, well, I can't reach it. I don't think. I'll get it another time. It's a pink hat says cult leader. But yeah, I'm not very good at it. I'm not very good at it. Yeah, Julia, absolutely. It's bad when you have people that wanna see you fail no matter what you do. I watch diverse channels. Yeah, me too. And that's why I'm really wanting this to be diverse. I wanna see it. Hey, one with cats. I missed you so there you are. Good to see you too. See, if I miss you guys, it is honestly just that I just miss you. It's not that I'm ignoring anybody. Linda says, "Does anyone know Sweet Tea?" I She's been here, but I don't know her personally, Linda. I don't know. I hope everything's okay. Yeah, I've seen her around live streams too. Yeah, I don't like to use curling iron on my hair either. I do sometimes, because I will sometimes blow dry my hair if I don't want it to still have, which today it's not very curly. It's usually it has come back really curly, but it's not today, but it's raining and it's just icky. But sometimes I will if I blow dry my hair, I'll take the ends and to smooth them out, I'll use my straightener or something or a curling iron just to, you know, and then that way I just trim the edges off every once in a while. I'm not sure. Oh, don't trust anyone in her chat. I don't Are you talking about Sweet Tea or someone else? I don't know. But yeah, you might let us know. And you may have already. Oh, internet's messing up for you, Marilee. Oh, you were being a Susie Bulldog clapping back at haters. Yes, you were, Linda. You were faster at it than I was. I was like, okay, never mind. Oh, yeah. My earring, my hair got twisted around my earring. It felt like it was gonna pull my ear off or something. Okay, so Jennifer says, I just found out in the last few days I'm catching bits and pieces. I caught the recording. I'm in complete shock and disappointment, but talking that way about Susie and Marilyn isn't flying with me. Yeah, it's not right. And it's just not right. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess I should be flattered, right? Uh, Calling me Barbara Walters. Um, what I want to know is how does she know all this pop culture for somebody that was in a cult and never watched movies or TV or anything? She sure knows a lot about movies and TV and everything, which I would think she was because I would think she knew because she was a public. So, but come on, come on. We either know what we're talking, know about pop culture or we don't. We can't have it both ways. She likes to call me Barbara Walters, and she likes to call me Paula Dean, so does Nora. Mm. Sorry, I kinda slurped that. I don't like to take drinks I forget about my microphone. But, what's funny is that, um, I wish I was well, I don't really wish I was Barbara Walters, but I would love to have that kind of money and that kind of influence, and Paula Dean is a friend of mine, so she's not insulting me by calling me Paula Dean because she's a literal friend of mine, and, hi, Paula. She watches sometimes, as do a lot of people that you all would be shocked at. So she'll be like, "You called me out." Mm, mhm. We're misfits and we support whomever we want. Absolutely. Let's see here. Well, I'll keep coming back to your channel because you give me hope from your cancer recovery stories. My older brother has been battling end stage cancer of the lung. So when I see your courage, I love it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I have fought it for 14 years. I am at stage 3B with breast cancer, and I have more scans coming up, which I have tests that may end up some scans, but I have scans scheduled for 3 months. I have them about every 3 months, will forever. And, some people like to say that I'm in the twilight years of my life. I am 58. I'll be 59 in a couple months. I also get that I am spending the final days of my life being mean. And unless they know something about my demise that I don't know, I don't know. Oh, is Hamina in here? Somebody said hi, Hamina. Hey, Patty, good to see you. And she's saying hi to Hamina. Yeah. I love Hamina. She's one of my favorite people on the planet. She really is. She's such a sweet, sweet person. Yeah, she does keep outing herself. Just slipping down through here. Sometimes y'all are talking to each other and yeah, does somebody need to call the police to do a welfare check? I don't I don't know. I really don't. Yeah, Linda, she did. She went after Sam way before. Mhm. And for different reasons. I mean, it was just beginning to be, like, a constant, and no matter if I like, if she said something to me and I answered back and proved that, I don't mean like I proved I was right, but I mean, like, she came at me and said I blocked her, and I said, "No, I didn't." I didn't even know what she's talking about. But it turns out that she had been timed out because she was making comments in the previous video. And so I was thinking, "I didn't block you, you're right there." I mean, but anyways, but she kept on. Not this other woman, but the one I was talking about earlier. Yeah. Yeah, it is emotional blackmail. Yeah. Joel, you're right. People do and say things out of anger. It's the way we're wired. Think before you speak when mad. Easier said than done, but we can try. Absolutely. I agree, Marilee. If you look up liar in the dictionary, you might find Brett. Oh, you like my shirt? Do you, Heat? Yeah, don't be a wiener. Yeah. Oh, funny. John says that even I have a man crush on Joel McCoy. I do too. I have a crush on him. He's absolutely. You can get Sarah. You can get it on um online. You just punch in that "Don't be a wiener" shirt, and it'll come up. It's about a sausage party. I don't know. I don't want to know. But anyway, I'm sure there's some context to it. But I just thought it was funny, and I gave one to my cousin one time. Actually, she's my cousin's wife, but anyway, she said something that made me laugh so much, and it just reminded me of that, so I, like, gave her my first "Don't be a wiener" shirt, and my actual cousin, her husband, saw it and took it, and now he wears it, so one of these days, we're gonna show up with matching shirts on somewhere, maybe to a family reunion, that'd be funny. Then all the family that don't like us, be like, more reason to not like them. Yeah, I agree, Sarah, she is dangerous. Verily, thank you. Aw. Yeah, a little drama on the eyes. Yeah, see, it's a little much. But this was a brand new makeup that I'm wiping it off now. It was a eyeshadow I've never used, and it had a little more pigment than what I was expecting. So, yeah, I don't need to have Emma do my makeup. Absolutely not. Oh, thank you, Julia. That's so sweet. I try to be kind. I'm not always. Sometimes I'm a raising, like a raving bitch. That's my husband. You had a nickname as a child and you refused to respond to it. I had one too, and it sticks. I had 2. One I had as a teenager. The first one I had as a teenager was because the girl that later became my, um, flower girl in my wedding could not say Susie, and she called me Sudsy. Don't know why she could say Sudsy and not Susie, but she said Sudsy, and it sticks. I still have people in the community that will still call me Sudsy, and I answer to it. I might get a shirt that says Sudsy. But, and the other one is Sooty because my great-grandmother's name she was full-blooded Indian, you know, American Indian, and so, her name was Mary Sooty, and she went by Sooty, and my mom almost named me that. She almost named me that, and she almost named me Stacy. So, she started with Tracy, but she ended up liking Stacy. I think she must have liked S names or something, but anyway, so I'm always my aunt will call me Sudie K, because my name's Susie K, and she'll call me Sudie K. Sudie K, Sudie K, Sudie K, all the time. So, and a couple of people call me Suze, but not too many. I don't I don't know, because my name is actually Susie. I'm not a Susan or a Susanna or anything. I am Suzy. So, yeah, I think expressing yourself with your improv humor is a great way of dealing with the shit these ass clowns. Yeah. It is sometimes, it honestly is. Wait till I am working on one, I'm not gonna lie. It's a little song, a little ditty. What would be I should do that a little ditty about Jack and Diane, I should do that about Brett and Marissa or something. That'd be funny. See, sitting here giving myself thoughts. But anyway, I've got one coming up. But I think I'm gonna wait till he comes back from Florida because I have made up a little song about knife Porter. So, Tom, if you happen to be listening, you got a song coming, buddy. Oh, your siblings even stopped using it? Wee Wee is not a cool nickname for a baby. Oh my god. Mm. Hi, babe.
Hi. I texted my mom
Uh-huh.
and asked her if we could go get Mexican.
Uh-huh.
And she said, "Does Grandma and Grandpa want to go?"
And what did Grandpa say?
Grandpa hasn't said anything, but do you want to go?
Yes.
I'll have to ask.
You have to ask Grandpa because
Okay.
he's the man in charge tonight.
And,
Tell him that
what
Grandma
time?
wants to go really bad.
Okay,
Oh, we're gonna have to figure that out because I have a show, so I'd have to go pretty soon. Okay.
okay, what time are you gonna finish that?
I'm almost done.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll tell Mom what time, and I'll come tell you what time we're gonna leave.
Okay. Well, to ask Grandpa because I don't know if he even wants to go. Sorry. That was Veta. She just had a birthday. How old are you, Veta? Or you're getting ready to have a birthday. I'm sorry. How old are you going to be? 8. She's about to have a birthday. My other 2 granddaughters just had birthdays. See, I'm old, y'all.
My birthday is May 17th.
Oh, yeah. She'll be 8 years old. And we're getting ready to do a show together in a few days. And we have got matching outfits, don't we?
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. We don't know what we're going to do. We're going to do something, aren't we?
Yeah.
All right. You better go ask Grandpa.
Okay.
He might say no, and it's okay. If he doesn't want to go, tell him it's fine. Yeah, Marilee. That's kinda what I'm thinking about too, that it might end up something like that, that I might need transfusions a few times a year. Aw, thank you, and I don't know if I don't know if I, muted you the other day or something. It looked like I muted you, but then I could see you, so I don't know, but I wasn't trying to, so if you find yourself muted somewhere, it was an absolute accident, and then I went to look to see for people that I had muted and everything, and your name was not on there, so it has been a week, y'all. The last 2 days has been like a month. Trust me. Petty Betty. Yeah, Petty Betty Crocker. Question. What does my family think of Reese? What, baby?
Grandpa would want to know what time you're showing. That's what he said.
Oh, at 7. So
Okay.
I would have to really hurry. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Or else maybe he could go and bring me something back.
Okay.
Okay. That would be good if he wants to go and bring me something back.
And I'll also text Mom what time we're gonna leave.
Okay. Just talk to Grandpa and then tell him he could bring me something back. Sorry. My family's not excited about her. In fact, whenever I was friends with her, even though she acts like we didn't know each other. I mean, I don't know. Is she really friends with anybody? But I thought we were friends. So, I mean, not besties, but I thought we were friends. But anyway, my family honestly was like, I don't get it. I don't, I don't know. I mean, they would think that some of the stuff that she said was funny, but it was really funny, a lot of it in the beginning, but then it just got like real ick. And my husband never liked her. He, he never liked her. Marilee, you're always telling me that. Susie has some terrific comedy chops. Not really. It's very limited. I have to really, feel it. And I'm not good at just like, I don't know. Maybe sometime. I don't know. We're gonna test it out though. Okay, so Ben says, I'm actually glad I know an ex OT5 personally who has worked at the same behavior place I did for a while, and she explained so much to me. Oh, wow, that would be so awesome. It really would. Have I read any Scientology books? No, but I read constantly anything that they have on their website, and I do have a few little books. I have a Scientology dictionary, which I thought would come in handy for if I was talking to Scientologists and they were saying stuff I didn't know, or if I went and protested that if I knew certain words or that I could put certain words on signs, not to like, be rude because I would not be the kind of protester that would yell and scream or belittle them. I I would just be like, "Hey, we're here. We're here to help," you know? I mean, I might say it's a cult, but I wanted to, yeah. You know why I haven't read any Scientology books? Because I won't spend the money. That's it. This girl, I mean, I like to shop, but I like to shop for bargains, and there is not any bargains in the Scientology market. Yes, yes. That's what she said. Just to be clear, people have emailed and or chatted with death threats. Email, not chatted, but emailed. Yeah. There was 5 different people. Jennifer, thanks. Yes, do email me. I do care. I truly do. And if you just want to talk to me, that's fine. If you want to come on, that's also fine. Um, yeah, I think Dusty, oops, why did that not show up? I don't know. Yeah, I think Dusty might have got, yeah, he got text messages. And just stupid stuff too. Brett the Enforcer. Yeah, right. That's why he's got all those prison tats and stuff. That's what I kept thinking. Was like, where's all your prison tats? I know some people that have been to prison and they don't come out unmarked. I mean, they just don't. Oh. Yeah, Jennifer says I lost my family when I left the Church of God, so it's lonely. Mm. So it means a lot when someone asks. I really do care. I really do. I'd love to hear your story. Any of you, I would love to. And if you want to come on, you can. And if you don't, you never have to. I really want to say that if I ask you about your story and stuff, I'm not just trying to get a story. I'm not, I want to know. I want to know when I look up at you because I can think about stuff. That's why I love when you have an actual picture that I can, or if you have your own channel or whatever, where I can like look at it and be like, I know who that is. Okay, I know who that is. I know their story. Yeah. Kathleen says nothing comes to mind with the anemia as to what it might be. It says I'm a nurse. I would recommend a heavy beef diet with green leafy vegetables for the protein and the iron. Yeah, that's already a deal, and that's the problem is I'm just not good at meat. I eat meat. I'm not a vegetarian by any means, but I don't eat a lot of it, but I need to. And I have a hard time whenever I take iron. Um, I sleep all the time. I don't know. My mother and myself both did that. Anytime we Oh, yes, trying to become a member on iPhone is a pain. Yeah, the only way you can do it is you have to actually go out and go into the YouTube app, and I think you can backdoor it in that way. It is I don't know why. It is so ridiculous. I don't know if that's a an iPhone or a YouTube issue, but it's ridiculous. Aw, thank you so much for the 10 or for being 10 months. That's even better for the 10 months that you have been a member. I am so happy. I thought it was saying you had become a member, and then I was like, "Oh, wow." I was like, 10 months. Oh my god, 10 months. I know I just said that like 10 times. Yeah, Linda, absolutely. A lot of people with straight hair come back from chemo with curly. Mine was stick straight. I mean, literally, like, it was, like, what we call, like, Asian straight. I did hair for a long time, and so one of the terms, and I hope that's not, like, some kind of, bad thing to say, but we would say they have Asian hair, which I don't have Asian hair, but I think it was the Indian, you know, because a lot of them have very straight hair. My great-grandmother had very straight hair, and, yeah, mine was straight as a stick, like, it would not I put a perm in it, it would just kinda go "bloop," and, like, 2 days later, gone. It was a mess, but now some days I mean, you can look back at some of my videos, and it is curly, really this is with, straightening shampoo and conditioner and leave-in conditioner and everything, and I'm trying to let the layers get longer so that they're not, short and kinked up, but I love the curly, but I also want my hair to grow. Yeah, that was awful what they did to Dusty, that was just bad, and the stuff that was done to Poe, y'all, I mean, that's what I meant by those people, was those kind of people. Aw, thank you, Jennifer, I am not an angel, but thank you. I like the Barbara Walters, I think it's a compliment. Yeah, I do too. Mhm. Let's see here, I just kinda Yeah, I know that you can go online and you can even just, like, Google how to join YouTube channel memberships on an iPhone or something. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, 50s are not old, but, aw. Well, Marilee, you're not my mom, you're my sister. You are. I didn't know that, John. We are, like, pretty much the same age. You are 59. Yeah, Marilee, I mean, mom. Mm. Never in Aaron. Hi. This has been fun, guys. It really has. Nana of 2, been lurking, had hand surgery, pretty intense. She's a horrible person, in my opinion. She needs to be a mother and stop talking about sex and calling people names. You have a great show. Keep doing you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Northern Girl, good to see you too. Brooke E, good to see you. See, it's time to go because Joel says, I must go. I always say, oh, Joel's leaving. Of course, that was probably a while ago. If Joel's leaving, it's time. They really try to keep me to an hour, and I'm over it again. See what I do when Mischief isn't here to threaten to go into StreamYard and cut the feed. Yeah, I do that, Jennifer. I this is just I don't know what was going on. I was trying something new and I didn't like it. I'm gonna change it, trust me. Oh, thank you, Anna. That's very sweet. I'm kind of going fast. That's what she said. Hi, Veta. I'll tell her you said hi. Happy birthday, Veta. Yeah, it's coming up. It's like a month away, a little less than a month away. She's something. Do you know she's so tiny though? She's almost 8 and she just finally started wearing like a size 6, and that's tiny. Okay, no, I did not mute you. Well, good. I did not mean to if I did. I am the noise opera. It's good to see you. Okay, I am just about to the bottom, I think. Oh, thank you, Linda. That is so nice of you. Thank you. Seriously, I appreciate the super chat. I really do. Yeah, I know. I feel sorry for her son. You'll have to watch the beginning, Angie. Just a little bit of channel rebranding. Not really. Maybe just unbranding. Does that make sense? My son-in-law has more tattoos than Brett, and he's a marshmallow. I have 9, so I have a few. Mhm. I agree, cowards. Together we thrive, not just survive, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me check up here a second. Yeah, okay. Oops. I was just making sure I didn't miss anything. Aw, thank you. I think I'm gonna just let him bring me something home because I don't feel like going out, but I would because Veta loves it. Yeah, thanks for the hangout, everyone. Thank you. Heat my shorts now. We will be back in just a couple less than a couple hours actually, um, with, Ben Bacon Bits. I'm really excited to talk to him. Ah, wow, Julia was 14 pounds at a year old. I think that was about she's tiny. She's really tiny. My other little granddaughter's real little too. She's not I don't mean chunky, but she's, more solid built, the other one is, but she's real small, real tiny. So, anyway, yeah, yeah. We will see you in just a little while, so I will, I'll be back then. I appreciate you guys. It was good to be here. Thank you so much. Let me know about stories you want me to cover or people that I need to talk to, and I'll see you later. Not a whole lot later, actually.